Hey there, Subby, and welcome back. I'm Liky, and join me as we look for small channels to help them grow. And if you like what I am doing here today, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel and to the channel in this video. Thanks, guy. Today's channel is AddMoreJPEG. Alright, he has 277 subscribers and 5 videos. Also looks like he started uploading 11 days ago. Now, he ain't doing too bad, is he? Alright, the video I think we'll cover today is I'm not capable of being a human anymore. Sorry, a person. The following content may contain suicide or self-harm topics. Alright, so anybody watching out there, proceed with caution.
Because I'm so full of self.
And we'll just restart this, alright?
I don't think that I'm good at being a person.
He really is good at being a person there, you know? Like, we're all just trying to figure this out. Not all of us are born with golden spoons or silver spoons or whatever you want to call it, Bubba Butts. We're all just trying to figure this world out. Alright, let's proceed, shall we?
I think that I care too little about the things that matter, and I care too much about the things that don't. I can dream and desire for things to be better, but I lack the ability to make those changes.
I feel you there, guy.
I am so riddled with just instability in my own head that when it comes time to actually do things, I get worked up over the smallest things and I shut down and I cry. And
I understand that. I can't really cry anymore, but I shut down over stuff all the time. Hold stuff back, put stuff off. I got that little voice inside my head telling me, you're not good. You can't do anything. You know what's the point of trying, guy? Ugh, that shit hits hard.
yet over the past year and a half of hospital stays and inpatient stays and therapy and just shouting into the void online to anyone who will listen, I get told that you're so self-aware, you're so aware of your problems, you're so aware of these things, but I don't want to be anymore.
That's why they say bliss is happiness. Let's continue, shall we? I'm sorry, I missaid that. I missaid that there, guy. What I meant to say is, ignorance is happiness. If you're ignorant around the stuff around you, like the world or what's going on, don't really, step to like politics or what's really going on in your hometown or whatever. Yeah, it's easier to sit there and say, hey, everything's alright, guy. And you can walk around with a good smile on your face and stuff. But when you start actually looking into stuff and why stuff may be, because let's face it, no one's gonna tell us, so you kind of gotta go and just figure stuff out for yourself. So you become more aware, and well, the more aware you are, the more doomy everything seems. Like everything just seems more like crap. To be short, I don't really know how else to say it. Everything just seems kind of pointless. Gotta try to get through that though, unfortunately. I'm still not sure how to do that, but maybe one day I'll figure it out. Anyway, let's continue, shall we?
I I feel like I'm looking at myself on the breaking wheel. I feel like
Like Conan the
every
Barbarian.
day when I look at myself, I see someone who made 1,000 mistakes, and not just mistakes, not small ones, but massive ones that I am going to regret until I die, ones where I've shot
Can't live
myself
with
in the
regret,
foot
guy.
for any sort of future that I might have had. They say you're so aware that you care about nature and you want to see people have a better world and so all these other things, but I can't do anything. I haven't done anything. And I want to, but I don't know how, and so it feels like I've broken a bone.
I get that. I would like to live in a better world myself. Of course, we all have our own ideas of what would a better world would be. Like everybody has some kind of small idea, but maybe someone needs to make a video games where you can put all this stuff into practice. I mean, you can ask AI and stuff about this stuff, and it'll agree with you or not agree with you, but it's also biased. Huh. Unfortunately, it's really hard to figure out, how you have to help yourself before you can help somebody else, Because if you just go and let's say example, start helping people. That's gonna put yourself in a detriment. Now, if you're in a good place and you have some money and stuff like that, yeah, you can help people. I mean, just buy a warm blanket for somebody, or heck, if you have any friends or just acquaintances, why don't you just drive to their house and see what they're up to? Like there's all kinds of stuff we can do for good for the world. And you're making a YouTube channel, so anything you learn along the way, you can try to pass it down. So that's good. So don't think you're just completely, not helping people. You are, obviously. There's lots of comments, I'm pretty sure, and got love and stuff like that. Anyway, sorry about going on a tangent. Let's continue, shall we?
And now I can no longer sprint because I'm so full of self-doubt and self-vitriol. They say you're so aware, you went to college and it didn't work and you found out things about yourself. Yeah, well,
You put yourself
I
in debt,
broke
but you
another
did.
bone trying to find a purpose in life that was meaningless, and now I'm drowning in debt.
Yep.
And the failures of finding a career or any academics destroyed the relationship I had with my dad because I couldn't make it as anyone.
Well, if your dad's an older, like, boomer or an Xer, like, the world really is different. Like, I don't think people are quite. Some of them understand that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to hate anybody, but they just don't get how the world has changed so much. Like, there's even brain surgeons that can't find work for crying out loud. Like, a neuro brain surgeon can't find work because I don't know if you guys know this, but there's now an AI bot that can perform surgery. Yeah, yeah. So surgeons are gonna go, and they're also working on an AI bot to basically replace what is it, CNAs or whatever, and also nurses. It's yeah, we're pretty much the only jobs will be left is just like mediocre, tasks. So like your only future really is kind of like YouTube or figuring out some way to make money online. But once again, like how many T-shirts and coffee mugs can one person buy? You know how many coffee mugs I was given throughout my life? My God, I could spill, I could fill 2 storage units with coffee mugs. And then T-shirts are always in the bin, so we just buy useless stuff. Sorry to go off a tangent. I'll let this guy speak a little bit more. You don't come for me, you come for them, as it should be. Alright, JPEG, let's continue, shall we?
They say, but you're so kind to me. Like, you help me, you want the best for me, and I can't want the best for myself. I'm aware that I am an observer to life and that I have no part in it.
Real there, guy.
I'm aware that I can look at someone else and see the problems in their life and say, this is, I think that you are more than XYZ and I think you can do XYZ. But then I look at myself and I can't say the same, and it feels like I've broken another bone there and I cannot walk. I'm aware that when I open up to people about the depths of my despair and my my depression, that they cannot help, and that it pushes people away because we're all wired that you have to look out for yourself, I guess. So that everyone knows that, but to be around somebody who has no hope in themselves or the future, it's a tax to be around them.
Yeah, it is a tax to be around him. I'm also one of those people, a doubter. No one really wants to hang out with me. I see stuff for what it is. I also let people talk. I think that's the only reason why I get human interaction because a lot of time I just sit there and listen, just nod my head and stuff. So what am I really? Just an unlicensed therapist or a chatbot nodding? I don't know. But yeah, I usually look people in the eyes and just let them talk. Shake my head from time to time. Agree with some stuff. I won't lie most of the time because I just don't really want to be there, but that's a way of feeding it, I guess. Anyway, let's continue, shall we?
And so I'm aware that I am this person that, if I am honest, it destroys those relationships too. And so I've broken another bone and I can no longer crawl. I'm aware that when I went inpatient, when I was told to go seek therapy and in another state when I finally opened up about the real truths, the real problems I had, and the attempts on my life that I've made, that I scared my dad so much that he kicked me out of his house. on the same day, while I was a few hundred miles away. And I may not have broken a bone there, but I feel like something snapped in my head that no longer can I think.
Your brain getting all clumbled up. Mine does that all the time. Like you start thinking about all the things you need to do or you want to do and stuff like that, and it's just like it's kind of like throwing a wrench in a gear, you know? It just kind of goes back and forth, and it's just too much, and then it just kind of goes and shuts down. So it's like it's hard to even make the first move or do anything. But like I don't know, we have to figure this stuff out, and you're not lying. We kind of got to do this alone because everybody's just so self-centered. You know, I'm pretty sure people have heard the main character syndrome. We believe that once we pass away, that well, let's face it, the world will stop turning, right? No, that's not how it is. The world can continue. And you wonder why the world's so bad with all the policies and stuff? Well, that's why. It's because everybody believes that once they go, the world will stop turning. So they make all this stuff better for them, and what happens to us? Gets worse for us. Just kind of sad, guy. Anyway, sorry I keep pausing you. Let's continue, shall we?
I'm aware that there's so much that needs to be done in the world, that there are people who have it worse than me, that there are people who cannot afford to eat, that there are people who have no homes, there are people with even less support than I do, and that I should be grateful for what I have, but I can't feel it. And so I look at myself on the breaking wheel and I just want it to stop. And I'm told that, well, at least your family, the ones that are left, are there for you. And they'll be around you and they'll say kind things and that they believe in you. And the couple of people left in my life that are still willing to listen or talk to, they believe in you. And I can't believe them because I see myself on the breaking wheel where I can no longer run, I can no longer walk, I can no longer crawl, I can no longer hope
That's sad, guy.
because I am self aware of all of my issues. Social.
Yeah, we all have a lot of issues. We all have stuff we're going through. There's a lot of us that wish we didn't wake up the next day, Like, just get it over with kind of thing because once it stops, it stops. So, but you gotta hang in there, guy. Just, just do what you can, Like every day, just try to improve one little thing. Just one little thing. Just you gotta hang in there, man. That's what I can tell you there, buddy. Like you just gotta hang in. It's hard. Trust me, it really is hard. Don't take yourself out of the game. The game's worth playing. Sometimes. Gotta find something to make you happy. Hopefully nothing cruel. Anyway, sorry. Let's continue, shall we?
Socially, financially, emotionally, that when they say these words of kindness to me, that I cannot believe them because they don't truly understand the depths of how horrible it is to be me. I can't find work. If I did, I know that it would be something that I hate. I know that
Gotta make an income though, buddy, You gotta have some kind of dollars coming in somewhere. Maybe that's why you're starting YouTube. But if you're lucky enough to not be able to have to spend any money or pay for rent or anything, you're actually living with, I don't know who you're living with or what your full situation is, but if you're lucky enough to have that, man, that is a blessing. I just lost my house not too long ago. So, and my car, well, it's a beater. Windows don't even roll down. It's a 97, 98, because I don't want to buy a new vehicle. People tell me, hey, just go to the, what is it, like CarMart or something, go buy a car. But it's like, newer cars just aren't the same, you know. I don't know. And then what is it with the whole freaking 50-year mortgage? It's like houses out of our freaking reach. It feels like, you know, owning a home, owning a car. It's all just wasted money. It's like might as well hold like $10,000 up in the air and just let wind take it, and wherever it goes, it goes. Best I can really think is to really, if you can find some people, find some people. Start a little commune with them. Start with a house or something. I don't know, because we gotta start helping each other. This whole loneliness stuff kind of gotta go, but a lot of people like their peace, but at the same time they want companionship. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Double-edged sword. Sorry. This is kind of a hard video. I feel for you, brother. I do. Don't worry, guy. Just try to hold in there. Let's continue. I'm sorry.
I could go somewhere nicer with nicer people, maybe, but I would still be me. I could I could spend all day trying to look up how to find a place to go to volunteer or something, but I have no means of getting there. I I feel like I can't talk to people anymore. I can't string together two sentences because I'm scared of them seeing me, seeing how ungrateful I must be, how hopeless I am, how angry I am at things outside of my control.
Well, you could try making a mask, like a second personality. I hate to say it. You could try putting that on, but then you're not authentic, and people like what you made, not the actual you. But once again, no, people really don't like Debbie Downers. I guess we could call them Debbie Downers. I'm a Debbie Downer, so don't feel bad there, guy. I'm just some little Bobby YouTuber hoping to, I don't know, help other channels grow, help myself a little bit. I want to start some other channels as well. I'm kind of fat, so I also thought about actually starting a channel to help people with that. Because I've lost weight before. It's not really hard. The hard part is not losing the weight. The hard part is keeping it off. Keeping dedicated. It's hard to find discipline. You just gotta try to find one thing you can change. Just one little thing. And stick with it. And if you can accomplish that for a couple months, just try to find something else you can change just a little bit or improve. I'm not good at this either, guys, so sorry. Let's continue.
I'm scared of them seeing how I have no true passions. I feel like I'm not being coherent here. I feel like I when I think all day about trying to record something to just say the things that I want to say, I have my thoughts are racing at 1,000 miles an hour with the most verbose and articulate subjects and things I want to talk about in specifics and examples, and then I open my mouth and they can't come out.
I know exactly how that is, guy.
I feel alone. I feel trapped in my skin.
Me too, buddy.
I
Hello,
feel
I'm
like I want to
afraid.
die every day. Because what is there for me if I try to turn things around? I don't have an education that matters. I don't have a resume that anyone wants to look at. I don't have a personality that anyone wants to be around because the only way that I can socialize is if I lie and say that I'm better than I am, but I don't want to lie anymore to people.
Putting on that
I don't
mask every
want
day
to
really is hard.
pretend that things are okay when I'm not. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this state that I left, where I have so much fucking trauma. All of it, almost all of it, just self-inflicted.
Hang in there, guy.
Would it be so bad if I walked off into the woods one day with a rope tied into a noose and never came back? Would it really be so bad?
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. You shouldn't take yourself out of the game, no matter how bad stuff gets. Your mind's your worst enemy. As they say in Dune, I know I quote stuff out of there quite a bit, but fear is the mind killer, man. Like, checking yourself out is one of the easiest things to do, I hate to say it. The hard part is staying. If you're happy, it's easy to stay. When you're depressed, or down, can't get out of your own mind, once again looking at the world and everything going on, it's really hard. It's really hard, guy. But don't do it, man. Like, you got this YouTube channel at least going for you. There's people to support you, I know, down there. In fact, if you liked anything, come Alright, you didn't see that. I subscribed. Didn't give me a like. You gotta hang in there, bud. Hang in there for all of us. If nothing else. Show us that we can. Show us that we can hang in there, you know? If nothing else. Even if it's miserable. Sorry that I think I may call this one a hard pill to swallow. But if you liked this so far, or feel sympathetic or anything like that, go to the AddMoreJPEG and give me a like, give me a little subscribe, give me a comment, give me something warm. Don't be hateful. Help them out a little bit, maybe. Like, words kind of are cheap, but just knowing that there's a lot of people that support you and want you to stay, at least there's that, you know? There's that little bit of warmth, like a warm blanket in a cold day. It takes a while to warm up because you're freezing. When that blanket's on you, finally your body can start rewarming itself. Sorry. Anyway, let's continue, shall we?
I know people would miss me, but never wanted to be around me when I was here.
It's okay, my family doesn't want to
I
either.
know that I would have people say, "Oh, but he was such a good kid, and he was so X, Y, and Z," and just be lying to themselves that I was better than what I was. I know that there's people who would say that it's selfish, and I know it is. But it's all I dream about anymore. And I mean, truly, I have dreams at night where I dream of putting the gun to my head and pulling the trigger. Like I had the opportunity to 1,000 times, but I chickened out, and I felt relief in those dreams. The dreams where I drowned myself in a lake and I felt happy. Dreams where I climb up a tree and I hang myself from it. In my final moments, I'm just able to stop the worry, and it's so relieving.
Hang in there, brother. Hang in there. I'm not gonna lie to me and say there's light at the end of the tunnel, but you gotta hang in there for the rest of us, nothing else. Like, I completely understand where you're coming from, man. Like, I get it. I really do. This channel's not supposed to be about, like, my personal stuff or anything like that, but man, I get this. Just gotta hang in there. Like I said, for nobody else, hang in there for the rest of us. Shows that there is, you know, at least a chance of some sort. I don't have really anything. I got a crappy little laptop. My audio is messing up. I lost my house. Lost my job. Corporate takeover. They didn't need so many people. They downsized. Stuff's not easy, brother. It really not. You just kinda gotta hold it in there. No one really cares what you're going through. If you need money, just go out there and do it, they say. Just pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Just Figured it out. I figured it out. It's okay. Doesn't matter that, you could work 5 years at a freaking, what is it, just packing bags at the grocery store and be able to afford a house and a car. New, by the way. No, but we just gotta hang in there. We need to start gathering together, We need to start creating our own small little towns or communities or villages without all this stupid political crap. I don't know, man. Like, just gotta hang in there, brother, for the rest of us. Nothing else. We love you, JPEG. At least I love you.
Would it be so bad for me to finally make one decision that I don't regret?
You
Like
regret
how I
it.
regret the college I went to that I wasted so much money on and poured so much debt on myself for a degree that I will never use, that I have no passion for. Would it be worse than the time I opened up to my fucking dad about how depressed I was and about the suicide attempts I made and then getting kicked out of a house on the same fucking day? Would it be worse than the time that I wasn't there for my grandfather who was dying when he asked where I was? Would it be worse than the time I abandoned my entire family? I just left because I was upset about some shit that doesn't matter, that shouldn't have mattered that much. Would it be worse than being the only person in my family and my friend group who has nothing, to see everyone getting careers and being in a great degree plan with futures ahead of them, with passions and families and children and homes, and still being stuck as the person I was, just worse and more alone? Would it be worse than seeing the suffering happening on a daily basis, happening in the world around me with no way for me to do anything about it?
Change starts small. Like I said, just try to find one thing to improve. And then work on that, then find another thing to improve. Just gotta hang in there, man. Is it worse than everything that you went through? Well, the end's uncertain, really, so I would say yes, it is. If you check yourself out early, if you believe in something, or maybe there's something like reincarnation, then you're gonna come back as something worse. Sometimes I feel like the people that feel like this are, well, we're near the end, So if we can just make it through life, then maybe we'll get that little nice place at the end. But you gotta hold in there for that. There will be people. It's hard to find them. Like, I'm pretty sure you have people in your community. You have 277 people who love you. Well, 278 now, but I guarantee there's people out there. Maybe just start a Discord and talk with them. Like, find, you gotta find your community, because your community will not find you, unfortunately. Stay strong, brother. Just stay strong.
Would it be worse than being so aware of the issues I have and the problems I've caused and the people I've lost and the promises I broke, and being aware of just how much of a fucking failure I am? A failure as a friend, a failure as a son, a failure as a brother, as a cousin, a failure financially, a failure for anyone who ever had a career, a failure of someone who wants the world to be better but has never done anything to improve it. Would it be so bad? I'm so stuck. I cannot get out. I cannot make friends because I'm scared of other people. And I didn't used to be, but I'm terrified of them now. I'm terrified of them knowing who I actually am.
It's not that you're terrified of who you are to make friends. It's really who wants to talk to anybody. Everybody wants to live in their own world. Like, no one really wants to communicate anymore. Everybody thinks they have something better going on than talk to that person. When really, if you just talk to that person, you could actually end up saving their life. It's crazy how it all works now. They want us divided. You know, don't let them, and don't check yourself out. If nothing else, it's just for to everybody else that doesn't like you and everything. Despite, if nothing else, stay for that. Say the fact that you know that people that make everything so crappy, they want you gone. So you stay for that at least. You gotta stay strong, brother. Stay strong.
I'm terrified of opening up to people.
We all are.
I am terrified of letting myself down again because every decision in my life has just been a fucking mistake. I'm terrified of getting people's hopes up and then letting them down. I'm terrified that I will be alone forever. I'm terrified that I cannot love the people I'm supposed to love. My own mother, who I had to move back with, wants the world for me. She wants nothing but the best. And I feel like there is something wrong with me because I don't know if I can feel the same.
Nothing else, man. You gotta stay for her, cause that's gonna break her. That's really gonna do that. I'll stop pausing. Um, This is so hard pill to swallow. I think we can all see a little bit of him in all of us. Let's continue, shall we?
Would it be so bad if I chased the one dream I've ever had? If I finally did the one thing that I've wanted since middle school and walked out into the woods with a rope? Would it be so bad if I did the one thing I want? Would it be so bad if people would be hurt and sad
Yes, it would. Especially your mother.
and they'd wonder why I did it? They have hope, they have dreams, they have things to look forward to, and I know they'd be hurt, but they can continue to live. And I do not.
I know this may sound stupid, but you ever seen Star Wars Episode 3? I think it's Revenge of the Sith. And Padme dies at the end of a broken heart. I thought that was BS. Like a really crappy ending. Look it up. It's a real thing. Don't cause that pain, brother. You gotta stay. Like I said, nothing else. Stay for your mom. Stay for your community. Stay for the people that are hoping that you can figure it out just a little bit. Just one reason to stay. Like the rest of us. You could help out someone by doing that. Maybe you ever figure out, like how to at least make it somewhat tolerable. Maybe you could get a job at the hotline, like help other people going through the same thing. I'll just continue. I'm sorry.
Have any reason to keep going. I have a million regrets and 1,000 people I cannot talk to anymore who I wish I could, out of shame and guilt, and for just scaring them away with them learning who I was. Would it be so bad if I did something that mattered to me?
Taking yourself out of the game, that's not gonna be a thing that matters.
Would it be so bad if the only thing, the only good thing,
Staying
the only
matters.
positive impact that I ever had on the world was feeding the worms? I failed at every turn in my life, and I am in a place that I can no longer hope to do any better. I am at a place where I cannot hope to go back to college. I'm in a place that I cannot hope to find a career. I'm in a place that
Man, I was raised in the woods. We didn't go to school. I have no freaking education whatsoever. And the small crappy town I'm at, there's no opportunity around here either. I'm in my early 30s. Like you gotta stay strong, man. Like I said, if nothing else, just despite everybody that wants you to do it or thinks, thinks otherwise, you gotta just try to hang in there, brother. I wish I had more. I wish I had better words to give you, but it's not really coming to mind. You just gotta stay. Gotta pull your. Hopefully, maybe find community that can help you pull through. I don't always think therapy is the best way because sometimes all we need is a friend, someone that listens, someone that actually truly cares, someone that's there for you. Therapists you have to pay, so it's like they don't really care. They only care if their money stops coming in. I love you, JPEG. Nothing else, man. Stay for Liky Ike, Stay for this little Canadian guy. Now, I would say get a dog or something, but that doesn't always help. I have a doggy. He kicked earlier on the desk. They're sweet, they're kind. It's hard to find things to go on for, but like I said, if nothing else, you gotta just stay because there's other people out there that just don't care. So you stay to, show them otherwise. If you can make it through this life, like I do believe there is something good for you. If you take yourself out, I don't know. I think you come back as like a little ant or something. You have to keep reliving it. Just just hang in there, guy. I love you, JPEG. Like Yaki loves you.
has nothing. Even physically, there's nothing here, dude. The buildings are decrepit. It's empty. There's Confederate flags everywhere. So I cannot trust the people I meet, I guess. I cannot hope to empathize with people because I know that I am so much worse than they. I am such a terrible person to myself and a letdown to others. I have no love for myself. I have no hope for myself. I don't have hope for the world anymore. I don't want to do any of this. I don't I don't want to get a job anymore. I don't want to have a career. I don't want to meet any new people. I dream about it. I dream about all of it, but I don't want it because I know I'll fuck it up.
You gotta take the chance, guy. Gotta try to find your community. You're already starting to
Like I
build one.
fucked up every other thing in my life. Maybe I should let the mosquitoes drain me of all my blood and go home itchy and scratchy and covered in bumps and feeling miserable because at least I know that I helped a few insects live for a few more days. Maybe I should kill myself outside a hospital so they could harvest my organs and give it to someone that might need it. Maybe I should. Maybe I should have just begged for help. I don't want to.
Well, that was a hard pill to swallow, wasn't it? Right there. Yep, I agree with that. I feel this. Keep speaking up even when it seems pointless. You're helping yourself and others. You're beautiful. You are beautiful. You're literally glowing in this video. That's true actually. When it started and stuff like that, there was actually light behind him. You're super brave, bro. Life is crazy hard even with a adventure. See, I told you I'm uneducated. Like helpful parents or a job connection, stay strong. Add more JPEG. Stay strong, brother. We love you. I love you. Don't take yourself out of this game. This this really has been a hard pill to swallow. I will keep up with your channel, and I hope to see you grow, brother. Just know that I love you. Your community loves you. Stay for the haters. Stay just to spite them. Stay for your mother. Stay that you may have a good memory. Hold on to something. Find your community, brother. Alright. I think that's all for me anyway, and please go over to AddMoreJPEG, Give me a little, like, comment, even to subscribe. Let them know, like Liky sent you, and let them know that if you ever went through the same stuff, let them know. Give them some love. Sorry this video's been so long. I feel for you. Anyway. That's all, buddy.